Hello everyone, welcome to Skills Build Training YouTube channel. Myself Mohammad Zubair and this channel is all about showing you how to become an IT pro really fast. So the topic of today's video is 15 things you must do after installing Linux Mint 20.1. So without any further ado, let's get started. Linux Mint is one of the best Linux distros for newcomers, especially those who come from other operating systems like Windows and Mac OS. Linux Mint is based on Ubuntu LTS and offers a rock solid system and a set of new features every time it releases a new version. So in this video, I will show you what 15 things you must do after installing your Linux Mint 20.1. Well, there are several things, but I will only stick to the 15 things which are most important. Number 1. Update. First thing anyone should do after installing the Linux Mint, they should update the system. And for that, we need to open our terminal. So I will open my terminal. Here it is, just open it. And in here, I will write a command to update my system. And the command is sudo space apt-get space update, and after that just hit enter. Now give your password and now again hit enter. Now what it will do, it will update your system as you are using your system for the first time after installing your Linux Mint 20.1. So it will take some time, we will wait for it to get completed, and after that our system will be updated. So we are done here with the update of our system. So let's move forward. Number 2. Install multimedia plugin. Linux Mint comes pre-packed with various media players without multimedia codes, and because of that, it can't play media files. To install media plugins, run the following command in your terminal. So I will write here sudo apt get install mint meta, and after that write codecs here. And now just hit enter. Now press Y and hit enter. So what it will do, it will install the multimedia plugins into our system, and now we will be able to play every kind of multimedia files in our Linux Mint 20.1. So we are done with the installation of our multimedia plugins. Now let's move further. Number 3. Improve system power management. Linux Mint is a versatile and rock solid secure operating system, but sometimes the system may get overheated and provides low performance. You can install TLP and laptop mod tools to improve the overall system power management and increase system usability with high optimized performance. So first of all, I will install TLP into my system. So let me clear my terminal here. And now I will write my different commands here. First command is sudo add apt repository, and after that give space ppa line runner, and after that \TLP, and now hit enter. So we are done with our first command. Now we need to write another command, and that is sudo apt get install TLP space TLP -rdw, and hit enter. And now our TLP will get installed into our system. So we will wait for it to get completed, and after that we will move on further. So we are done with installing our TLP. Now it's time to install laptop mod tools. So after clearing my terminal, I have written another command into my terminal, and that command will install laptop mod tools. So after writing that command, just hit enter. So now hit enter. So now it has completed. Now I will write another command, and that command is sudo apt get install laptop mod tools, and just hit enter. And now this command will install the mod tools for our laptop in our Linux Mint 20.1. Now press Y and hit enter. So we will wait for it to get completed, and after that we will move on to our next setting. So we are done here. So let's move on. I will close my terminal here. Number 4. Choose the closest mirror. For faster updates, it is recommended to switch to a local mirror or a mirror which is closer to your geographical location. And for that, we need to open our update manager. So I will search for update manager and here it is. I will just open it and now go to the edit. Here it is, just click on it and from here go to software sources. Give your password here and now from here I will change my mirror. So I will double click on it and now from here we have a list of mirror which are available. So as we are in Canada, so I will choose the one which is nearer to us. So from the available list, the mirror which is in America is closest to us. So I will select it and I will click on apply. And for base, again I will click on it and I will scroll down and look for the one which is nearer to my geographical location. So I'm going with the one in England. So I will apply it. So we are done with choosing our closest mirror. Number 5. Install drivers. Driver allows your Linux Mint 20.1 to communicate correctly with your hardware resources. And to install your drivers in your Linux Mint 20.1, we need to open our driver manager. So I will search for driver manager and here it is. I will just open it. I will enter my password here and hit enter. And now it is looking for recommended hardware drivers automatically. So we will wait for it to get complete its search for our hardware drivers. So here it says your computer does not need any additional drivers. So at the moment we are up to date with our drivers. So I will just close this one. Number 6. Enable drive cache. This setting will decrease the delay between writes and improve your system responsiveness. But you should be aware that there is a potential data loss in the event of power failure. I have been using this feature for a very long time and I have never experienced any issue. So to enable it, I need to open my disk here. So I will search for my disk and here it is. I will just open it and I will select my current hard disk and here it is. And after that, I will click on this 3-dot menu button. And from here, I'll go to my driver settings and I'll go to my write cache tab. So from here, I just need to enable this. So now click OK and it might ask for the password. So give it your password and hit enter and you are done with this setting. Number 7. Configure high DPI display. Well, nowadays, high DPI screens are usual. Linux Mint 20 has a fraction scaling features to ensure that your desktop displays correctly on those screens. To do that, we need to open our system settings. So I will search for system settings here and here it is, just open it and in here I will go to my display. I will just click on it and here it says user interface scale. By default, it's automatic. But in case if it does not fit on your screen, you can go with normal, you can go with double high DPI display as well. So at the moment, I'm okay with automatic. As you can see, my display is perfect on my screen. So I will just close this one. Now let's move further. Number 8. Install Microsoft Fonts. If you use your Linux Mint 20.1 for work, you are likely to deal with documents. Those documents are usually created in Microsoft Word, and you guessed it right, because they use Microsoft fonts. And to install those fonts, open your Synaptic Package Manager. So I will write here Synaptic and here it is, just open it. I will give my password here, hit enter. So now I will search for MS Core font and hit enter. And here it is, right click on it and mark for installation. And now click on mark and from here you just need to click on apply and your font will get installed into the system. Again click on apply. So now it is downloading and after that it will install the fonts into our system. Number 9. Enable Redshift. Well, Redshift is a crucial Linux application for all of you using system at night. Redshift protects your eyes by reducing the amount of blue light on your screen. For that, you just need to open Redshift into your system. So I will go to my start menu and here I will search for Redshift and here it is. So if I click on it and here you see a sign with a bulb. So now it means the Redshift is running in the background. Well, if I right click on it and now if I click on auto start, what it will do, it will make Redshift run as soon as our system gets boots up. So I will just click on auto start and now it will start every time when I will boot up my system. Number 10. Install Clipboard Manager. Linux Mint 20.1 doesn't come with a Clipboard Manager, but we can install it in our Linux Mint 20.1. We need to open our Software Center, and here it is. Open your Software Manager, just click on it, and in here I will search for Clipit. So I will just hit enter. Here it is, just click on it, and now I will install it into my system. After we are done with the installation of this Clipit, we will launch it, and you will notice its icon down in the icon tray. So here I will give my password here, hit enter. Now it is getting installed into our system. So we are almost done with the installation. So we will wait for it to get completed, and after that we will move on. So we are done with the installation. Now I can launch it from here, or I can close it and I can search for it from my system applications. So if I click here and if I search for Clipit, and here it is, just hit enter, and here you can see we have an icon for Clipit in our icon tray. So now we can see our clipboard history. To customize how many entries should show in the history, we need to right click on this icon, and from here click on preferences. Now go to history tab, and from here we can adjust the number of items which we want in our history tab. So adjust as per your requirement or as per your liking. After that, just click on OK. Number 11. Add keyboard layouts. If you are multilingual person, several keyboard layouts is a must-have into your system. And for that, open your system settings, and here it is, just enter. After hitting enter, search for keyboard, and here it is, just open it. And now I will go to my layout section. From here, click on this plus button, and now from here, search for the layout for your keyboards. I'm going with Canada. So here we have different options with respect to Canada. So I'm going with Canadian multilingual. After that, I will just hit on add button. Now what we need to do, we need to customize the shortcut for switching between our layouts. And for that, I will go to my option section, and now I will search for the option which says switching to another layout. And here it is. Click on it, and from here search any shortcut which you want to use to shift through your different keyboard layout. I'm selecting Alt plus Shift. After that, just close this and close this window. Now if I press Alt plus Shift, here at the bottom you can see that flag is changing. If I press Alt Shift again, now it has changed to English US, and now if I press again, and now it has been changed to Canadian multilingual. Number 12. Xkill shortcut. Xkill is a Linux command primarily used to force quit unresponsive apps. Some distros do have a preset shortcut for Xkill, but Linux Mint 20.1 does not have this. So I will open my system settings. In here, I'll go to my keyboards. Here it is. Just open your keyboards, and after that go to shortcut section. And now I will click on add custom shortcut, and here write Xkill, and in command write Xkill as well. After that, just hit add button. Now we have a section which says keyboard binding. Double click on any one of this, and after that press Ctrl plus escape key. Now Ctrl plus escape key has been set as a shortcut to use Xkill. After closing my system setting window, let me open some of the applications here. So if I press Ctrl plus escape, my cursor will convert into a cross sign, and here it is. So if I click on any of these applications, what will happen? This application will get closed, just like that. So again, if I press Ctrl plus escape, and here you can see again it has been shifted to cross. So again, I will click on this terminal application and it will get closed. Number 13. Active firewall. Well, Linux does not need any antivirus. It can surely benefit from a network firewall which comes as a default. Linux Mint 20.1 has a firewall in it by default. So for that, I will open my firewall, and here it is. I will go to firewall configuration. I will enter my password, hit enter, and from here I will just enable my firewall. And now my firewall has been enabled and it will work fine. Number 14. Startup application. If I search for startup, and here it is, just open it. These are the application or packages which get started with the boot up of our system. Means every time we start our system or our Linux Mint 20.1, these application get started with it as well. So from here, you can disable those application which you do not want to open or start with your Linux Mint 20.1. So here you have a different applications. So choose those application which you do not want to get open whenever you boot up your system. Number 15, clean up Linux Mint. This is the last thing to do after setting up all the above tasks. After updating, upgrading, installing various software and doing some tweaks, the system needs to get clean. For that, we will run different commands to clean up our Linux Mint 20.1, and we will clean additional packages and libraries from the system. You can do it in many ways. So I will open my terminal first. So here, if you want to clean partial packages, you can use a command which is sudo apt get auto clean. Hit enter, give it your password, again hit enter. So we are done with this step. So if you want to auto clean up your apt cache, you just need to write a command which is sudo apt get clean. It will clean your cache. Now, if you want to clean up any unused dependencies into your Linux Mint 20.1, you just need to write a simple command, and that command is sudo apt get auto remove. Just hit enter and it will remove all unused dependencies into your system. Press Y and hit enter here, and we are done with cleaning our Linux Mint 20.1. So that's it for this video. In this video, we talked about what 15 things you must do after installing your Linux Mint 20.1. I have shown you how we can do it and what are the benefits of doing these 15 things. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please leave a like and subscribe to our channel, as this channel is all about showing you how to become an IT pro really fast. If you have something to ask, please leave a comment below. We will see you in another video. Till then, take care.